welcome to the one I apologize for that, guys. I do apologize for that. We had technical difficulties, but let me tell you guys right now, we are live here, and the reason why I did the show so early is because it is time for free agency. And it also is the biggest addition when it comes to the offseason is free agency. I know the draft is big and everything, but the free agency gives you a lot of different things. Like, you know, players that are 90-something overall, 99 overall. We had one in this free agency. And we at the X are going to give you the exclusive content of what happened this offseason free agency. That just happened like minutes ago. Actually, it happened more a couple days ago, but you know, also just finished today, right now, until we're getting to the draft tomorrow. We are going to show you what actually happened. I mean, right here, let me give you a little backstory. All right, we are in the blueprint. Okay, it's a BML, the Blueprint Madden League. It's an extension of Dynasty, the Dynasty League, the DML, and we here the blueprint's more of like a, you know, I want to say like a startup, not a startup league, but if you want to get into Dynasty, you have to start off at the blueprint, and the blueprint is what preps you up for the main league, for the league of all leagues. And I'm telling you guys right now that there's certain things that this league is looking for, and one of those things is following the rules and being sim. Like I'm talking about sim all the way. We try to have rules to make it fair, especially in free agency. We don't like those snipings and things like that. We like it fair and make sure that people, you know what, don't just go nuts and crazy. But in the blueprint right here, this is where the guys learn. All right, and some of these guys have some learning to do. All right, because this free agency was nuts. Was nuts. I'm telling you, this free agency. Some of one of the rules that we have here is like, you know, it's very simple. You know, have 60 points when it comes to that. Now, if you guys talking about, you know, Madden, where you have those points and then you give them a contract, and then you have a certain amount of points that you guys that you do. So it's 60. It's very simple. The rule says you must give at least 60 points when you're giving your contracts out. Guys are putting out 53s, 54s, 45, trying to sign them. And you know what happens when you break the rules? You got to pay the price. The commissioner came in with the hammer of justice and said, boom, you got to drop that player. You got to drop that player and take the cap hit. But we also have and you guys know, whoever's in the blueprint and the Dynasty, you guys know that we have a certain amount of cap penalties that we're supposed to take. Because, you know, we also kind of like an owner's league. I mean, we're coaches, but, you know, you got to handle your money right. That's what part of the sim league is all about. You got to handle your money straight. You can't be at, you know, 25, 50 mil in penalties and then, you know, completely destroy your team. I mean, there was no reason for that. There's no reason for that. And these guys are just going nuts, and they have to pay penalties. You know what? Let's just get right into it. The biggest deal that we had this offseason was big names just went out there. And one of the big names I want to show you right now is 99 overall, Mika Fitzpatrick. That dude is a monster. All right? That dude is a monster. Okay, so Mika was only asking for 6 years, 67 mil. That's what he's asking for. That's a fair offer. You see it right there on the screen. That's a fair offer. I'm telling you, man, these dudes were offering 150 plus. 7 years, 150 plus. Just get a sign off checks. Sign off the check. Just signing money to this dude. Listen, don't get me wrong. I tried to bid, but I couldn't get the points enough. I mean, they said no money available. It's like, I was trying to get some other players as well. But what I'm just saying, these guys were writing big checks. And they had big pockets too. 88 mil in cap room. 67 mil. This dude, when it came final and done. Now you don't see it on the screen because this one's actually what just happened in the aftermath. I don't have the picture for that. But basically, this guy was giving them. It was the Browns team, and he was giving them 165 mil for 7 years. It was freaking crazy. This dude was gonna get paid. More than Odell Beckham. I think it was getting more. Was it more than Peyton Manning? Definitely more than Tom Brady, because Tom Brady won a championship, but he ain't getting paid like that. Mika Fitzpatrick, even though he's young, 25 years old, even though he shouldn't have been cut because the guy wasn't able to sign him. But even though all those things didn't happen, bro, I'm telling you, $165 million. The problem is, in one of the rules, it says we do not sign them for 6+ years, 6 or more years, 6 or 7 years, unless they're asking for it. Now, he's asking for 6. That's great. But the Browns guy, he gave him 7. He gave him 7. He gave him 7. He wasn't asking for it. And then the hammer of justice came down upon the Browns. I like the Browns guy. He's a really cool dude. But you got to follow the rules or the hammer of justice comes down on the blueprint. I'm telling you right now, went down. You must release Mika Fitzpatrick back to the free agency. So this is not the first time. This is the second round of Mika Fitzpatrick being bid on. And as you can see, these guys are up in the hundreds of points and matching each other and whatnot. Now, the Dolphins get a chance to get him back. But the Browns, I have to go see what happened just now. I'm going to go see. I'm going to go into the league. I got my controller right here. This is going to be live for you guys. This is exclusive content right inside the blueprint. I'm going inside the free agency and figure out what's going on and where he landed just for you guys. All right. Now, tell you right now, guys, $165 million is just too damn much for a player. I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong. Lockdown. He's a safety. I think he was playing safety. He's lockdown safety. Picks like crazy. But $165 million, that's not your quarterback. That's quarterback, man. That's past quarterback money. That's past quarterback money. Quarterback, $100 million, 120. 165, guys. 165. Let's go find out where Mika Fitzpatrick ended up. All right? Let's find out what he ended up and what his contract was. All right? So it looks like this bidding war, the Browns was able to get him. Boom, landed. Got Mika Fitzpatrick. Hammer of justice. Boom, got to drop Mika Fitzpatrick. He bid on him, but the one that got him, it's not even on the list that you see in the picture, man. The Browns have to settle with losing Mika Fitzpatrick. But not only that, guys. Not only that. He landed in a place where he has to play him twice a year. Lockdown safety. Twice a year. He can move him to corner if he wants, position-wise. Lockdown safety. Now, you're thinking, okay, what teams that, play the Browns play? The Bengals, the Ravens, the Steelers. He landed in Cincinnati. The Bengals. He has to play him twice a year. And Cincinnati opened up the checkbook. And let's see how much he ended up with. Let's see what we got for the contract. He gave him 6 years, $92 million. He settled for $92 million. This guy was getting paid. I don't know what's going on. I mean, if this happened in real life, this would just be crazy. $165 million. Commissioner Goodell comes in and said, listen, you made too much. You made too much. You have to. That's my worst impression of Roger Goodell, by the way. But you made too much. We're going to have to put you back in free agency. You're just going to kill all the different contracts. Settle for $92 million. I mean, that's still good money. That's still $15 million. He's going to be, 2027, he's going to be making $35 million. I mean, it's a bad contract. But still, he must have looked at that check and again, when it got a raise, I would have cried. If I was Mika Fitzpatrick, I would have cried. I'd be like, oh, give me my money back. Give me my money back. Sorry, someone cursed. This is a children's show. Sorry, guys. So basically, the Browns not only have to not have him, no, to go and get him, have to face him twice a freaking year. Do you understand? We still got plenty of seasons left, especially before the main season where we get to pick our players and stuff. We're able to do that, but I'm telling you guys right now that that is just crazy. That if it was me, I would just be devastated. I mean, the Brown's a good guy, and he understands the rules, and he understands that that's why he dropped him. He understands that he has to do these things. But just going crazy right now, if I was the Browns, and I'm talking about, yes, I got Mika, let me try to bid on him again. But at the same time, he saves $165 million in 7 years because he doesn't have any more. But now he has to go find a dude that can lock down like he did. I mean, the Browns were spending money like crazy this offseason, and they were willing to land this dude. I mean, there's some other dudes that got paid real big, and some big names that went. But this was the biggest news. I wanted to give it to you guys straight up. I wanted to get you guys... now, there's a couple people that have to be dropped as well. And there's not just And it's not just Mika Fitzpatrick that was dropped. There was some other plays as well. Now, the other one that was one of the biggest news was right here. Boom. Baker mother effing Mayfield. All right? Baker Mayfield, Rookie of the Year in real life. This guy, great. Great. This guy paid him. Look at this. He got quarterback money. Mika Fitzpatrick got better money than he did in the first go around, but the second one. But as you can see right here, boom. Baker Mayfield, 7 years, 121 mil. Problem is the rules. The rules, guys. What's the rule, guys? Remember, 6 or more years, he has to be asking for it. Now, he's already, what, 27? Wait, what is it? Yeah, I believe so. Around there, we're already in the 3rd, 4th season, guys. So he's already a little older. So the thing is that these quarterbacks are asking for, like, 4 or 5 years. But there's no proof. They was asking for 7. He signed her for 7. Guess what? Hammer of justice! Boom! Must come down upon Baker Mayfield and back into free agency. Boom. I'm telling you guys, y'all need to read the rules when they get into the BML, when you guys get into Dynasty, read the rules because they said, hey, read the rules. Come on in. Come on, you're welcome. Now read the damn rules. Come on, guys. These guys are, some of these are good guys, but, they just forget the rules or just forget the hammer of justice is not going to come. I'm not sure what they were thinking, but the hammer of justice came out. Boom! Hammer of justice. Baker Mayfield. Mika Fitzpatrick. It's coming for you. I'm telling you guys, there is some other big free agency news. There's some trades going on. Yeah, even with my team, you had a big trade. Geis from the Redskins went to the Chargers. He went to the Chargers for a 1st round and a 4th. A lot of people have skepticism, but he was a 3rd rushing. A lot of people, especially one of the commissioners, I'm not going to mention any names, think that he's going to get injured because in one of his leagues, Geis gets injured a lot. But I'm telling you guys right now, Geis is a beast, and he was a 3rd in rushing behind Billingsley and Elliott. And Billingsley, he's a beast. Elliott is a monster. But I'm telling you right now, guys. Wait, I just got some news on the Mika Fitzpatrick. The Browns guy said he gave him 6. And then he was oh no. Oh, I don't know. You gotta have to take that with the commissioner in the league over there. I just know it was like 7 years. I don't know. The hammer of justice came down, and that's all I know is that he came down. My bad, Browns. You're a good guy, but I'm telling you right now, you have to face him twice a year. Now, when it comes back to Geis, I'm gonna post a picture right now. But when it comes to Geis, he's a beast. Now, people don't think he's a beast because he gets injured. He didn't get injured one bit, and that was a big signing for the Chargers because the Chargers don't really got nobody. I'm telling you right now, they don't have Bosa. They don't have, they don't have the beast rookie. But now they have, not only do they have a nice running back. Look at this. Geis, welcome to LA. All right, Geis is 3rd in rushing. He has 91 speed. 90 is, yeah. In your league, he got injured. But he's a monster. He's going to go crazy over there in LA, especially the way they run over there in LA. Also, he got his beast quarterback. That was a huge adjustment. And a huge play for the Chargers. Let me see if I can get you guys, what's his name? Oh, Benjamin Jeffries. That's exactly who it was. Benjamin Jeffries. Now, it's a funny story with Benjamin Jeffries. He was actually trying to get him in the regular season. Now, the team that had him before that, I want to say, I can't remember who it was, but he said, nah, I want to keep him. Benjamin Jeffries was in free agency after he didn't want to trade him. What are you doing? All right, so you know what? I don't want to trade him to you. I don't want to trade him to you. But then you let him go in free agency. If he was that important, then you wouldn't have to worry about it. You would be in your team right now. But obviously, he wasn't that great, or you didn't think he was that great or important to re-sign him, and he ends up free agency, and Chargers still get him. So our Chargers making some big moves, got their starting quarterback, now got their starting running back. Now they just need to build that defense because that defense is horrible. Now, there's a couple trades that he's talking about. He's improved the defensive line because defensive line is huge. Offense and defensive line are huge in Madden, I think. Because, yeah, you can throw deep and you can beat those coverages and those cover 3 and cover 2 beaters, but you can't do nothing if they're sacking you. I know because I have a really bad offensive line, and these dudes like the Cowboys were just killing it. Like the Saints, killing it. Just getting after my quarterback like nothing. Just boom, boom, boom. Just in there. So no matter how much throw power, no matter how much you need time in the pocket. And then you also need some linebackers if you're gonna blitz them. Like my boy over there, Jay, in Dynasty, he likes to blitz. He's a blitzing guy. He just likes to blitz. He's like, hey, why don't you do coverage? Yeah, I'll do a blitz. Hey, we should do man coverage. No, let's do a blitz. I'm telling you, this guy likes to blitz. But I'm just saying, that's what you need. That's what you need. Now, some other big free agency news. One of the biggest ones that I think it was a giant bid between the Giants and the Redskins, both divisional rounds. This is what happened. It's actually Luke Kuechly. It was Luke Kuechly that was in free agency. My man, the Panthers, wanted to franchise tag him. Wasn't sure about how to do things. Well, he just basically wasn't sure about the rules. That's why we got to read the rules, guys, because he was wanting to tag him. Now he wasn't able to tag him. He was able to place a bid, but we just went high money. We opened up our checkbooks. I opened up my checkbook, and I was like, dude, I cannot let the Giants get Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly, yeah, he's 31 years old, but this dude is 92 overall. He's a monster, and he signed for 3 years, $32.3 million, in addition to the Redskins defense, which definitely needs some linebackers. We got a best D-line almost in the league. I'm not saying it's the best D-line, but one of the best D-lines in the league. And now we just switched over to a 3-4, and we needed a beast linebacker up the middle, so pop up, especially Zeke Elliott, like to run all over. He popped up the middle. Boom, we're going to pop him with Luke Kuechly. We're looking pop him. I know the Eagles, we need to blitz his quarterback. Boom, watch out for Luke Kuechly. We're going to pick you off. Same thing with the Giants. Now the Giants, thing is, it was a bid war. And the Giants was also in the bid war for Mika Fitzpatrick. Giants had a big pocketbook, $65 million in cap space. But he didn't get, I mean, he got Baker Mayfield, which, you know, had got dropped, and Hammer of Justice and all that. But he was in there for Luke Kuechly, trying to give him the same money, kaboom. But what it is that he wanted to play with the Redskins. He's like, listen, I like this organization. We're going to play with the Redskins. You know, they're a linebacker type of team. They love linebackers. They love defense. Their offense is second to their defense, and they're trying to rebuild that defense. I mean, it's 83 overall versus their offense, 77. I'm telling you guys right now, they're a defensive-oriented team. But just bringing you guys a little bit of what happened. And it was just huge. I mean, I could talk about it all night, but I'm not going to. I mean, it's almost time for me to go. But I'm telling you guys right now, the biggest thing that happened was that Mika Fitzpatrick, and I just don't know what's going to happen in the draft. Because there's people moving up, moving down. I mean, the Bengals got Mika Fitzpatrick, but they also moved down, got some extra picks to shore up that offensive line. Who was it? Well, I moved up again. I moved up to 17. I got so I got 2 first-round picks. Never know what's going to happen there. We don't know who's going to be the first one off the board. We still don't know. Hasn't been any chatter. I've talked to agents. I've talked to teams. I've talked to different places. No one's saying anything. No one's saying anything. So I don't know what's going on with this draft, guys. But I'll definitely bring you some content after the draft. See who banked, who bust, and who reached, and who just completely had a bad draft. I know there's some guys that are setting up their boards now, and hopefully they get those guys. But, you know, you have to be able to not only scout, you got to read those grades when it comes to the combine. I mean, I know a dude over there in Dynasty, one of the best team builders, is Kirk. And I know that's what he does. He analyzes. And one day, maybe we'll get him on the show and then show him out. And show you guys how it's done. I'm telling you guys right now, free agency was crazy. Let me see if we got us any more big names. Oh, Russell Wilson. Dude, listen, these guys were paying money. These guys, I'm going to show you right now, guys. I'm going to show you guys right now. They were paying big money. I mean, Russell Wilson is what, 33 years old. He got paid big money by the Jets. I guess the Jets really desperately need a quarterback. This guy got paid, got 4 years. He's going to be 37. 95 mil. He got quarterback money at 33. I'm telling you that. I mean, you do need a great quarterback. He's still 92 overall. But when it comes to high stakes, is he going to be ready? I mean, because you're going to have to be there for 4 years. I mean, and then who are you going to groom? And that cap penalty, you can't drop him. That's 36 mil. I know it's going to go lower when you get him, but I mean, it was a smart pay because he loaded it up on the salary versus the bonus. But still, with 95 mil, a little too much for my blood. I mean, I know I paid Luke Kuechly $10 mil a year, and he's not 90 something overall, same. But Luke Kuechly has 2 years younger than he is, all right? 2 years is a long way, all right? But at the same time, big money. I'm telling you, big money is spent on this free agency. But I hope the Jets do well, and I hope he kills it with Russell Wilson. There's another one, big Jets, spending some big money. Now, the Jets had a lot of money to spend, man. The Jets had a lot of money to spend, and they spend it on big names with high overalls, and that's what he wants to do with his team. And let's see what he does with that team. Because he also got a starting running back. We talked about Chargers getting started quarterback and starting running back. He got a starting running back. Mr. Duke Johnson, 88 overall. He gave him 28 mil. Now, this one is actually pretty good. This one's not too bad, but he did go heavy on the bonus. So that means when he gets older in a couple years, you know, it's going to be a little bit of higher penalty. But I mean, 28 mil in 4 years, not too bad. Not as big as the Russell Wilson contract. But I'm telling you guys, he's spending some money, and he is willing to spend some money to make his team better so he can compete. Because he's trying to go after those Bills, Patriots. And I'm telling you guys, well, that looks like that's about it. That's all the way it was going. I mean, the Bills are spending some money too. The Bills got a nice tight end, looking like they need a nice tight end to throw to. Some receivers. Jordan Reed, he was on my team. He was a beast. 85 overall. He goes for 3 years, 19 mil. Not too bad of a contract. Not too bad at all. That's actually some smart bids. Now, Chicago Bears are spending some money too, man. Chicago Bears are spending some money. Tyler Lockett got paid. Got 28 mil. Let me show you guys in just a second. He got paid 28 mil for what was it? How many years? 3 years, 28 mil. Wow, that's some money. That's some good money. I wish I got paid 3 years, 28 mil. But listen, guys, Bradley Roby. I mean, these guys are about to go retire, and they're getting paid big money. Bradley Roby, looks like they opened up some paychecks for him. 30 years old, still got 14 mil, 7 mil a year, and that was 92 points. Wait, that was 125 points. You didn't have to go that high. I mean, there was a bidding war. That's the problem, guys. Sometimes you guys get into bidding wars, and then you just overpay for dudes. Don't get me wrong, Bradley Roby is nice, but he ain't that nice. He 80 overall. He getting paid 7 mil a year. 7 mil. Wish I got paid for that. Guys, I'm telling you, this free agency was huge. This was huge free agency. Some guys learned some lessons. Some guys repeated and didn't learn anything, but they hopefully learn when these hammer of justice comes down on them, and it shall reign forever. And they'll learn. Because that's what the blueprint's all about, guys. Come on. The BML blueprint is here for competing, and it's going to show and get you ready for the main league. When that spot opens up, when that door of heaven, of Madden heaven opens up for the DML, and the chosen one reads the book, flips the page, reads the next name, you want it to be yours. So learn the freaking rules and learn how to manage your team so you can win and so you can move up to the main league. All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. Once again, this has been The X, where you get the exclusive content to your only, the one, the only, the blueprint, the Madden League, where it takes you right in, the show that takes you right into the BML, one of the best leagues in the Madden history. And I'll tell you guys right now, the next show is going to even be better. I don't know if it's going to have as much drama, but it's going to be better. Maybe it's not. I don't know. This was great. But still watch. All right, guys. Appreciate your time. We are off.